What's going on, family? Back again with another one. And full disclosure, I kind of like record my videos. I'll record like multiple ones, but like I don't edit it at that point. I do that later. And again, I kind of left off the intro. I forgot to go back and do it for this one. So yeah, this particular video right here I ran across because I was watching it and it just was completely outrageous. Some of the things that I was hearing, in my opinion. Um, Real quick, because the video is long enough, I don't really want to extend it any more than it already is. But the moral of the story is there's this understanding, I guess, that people have about relationships that man, I just don't know. I just have when I listen to people talk about relationships, I have no interest in dating at all. Um, I you know what? I'm not gonna put my own personal opinion or perspective, my own personal preference on it. What I will say is it's not logical and it doesn't match up with reality. We're not robots. We're not. We are conscious, emotional creatures. We are not ruled by money. We are not. Money is meaningless. It doesn't really have any more value than what we give it. The value that money has is what we give it. So the real value is within us. We base our relationships off of money. We base our opinions of people off of material possessions, money. Everything that we value is financial in some aspect. But at the end of the day, you could be on an island and you're still going to be a human being. You can be away from all of this, everything, and still be fulfilled, right? You can be in the middle of all of this and not be fulfilled, right? I don't, I truly feel like I don't understand what people are actually looking for because what they say, the things they say they're looking for, don't look like the things that they're going to get. This was a conversation about with men and women, and it was about dating, and it was about the whole conversation they were having in regards to dating was about we're valuing it based off of how much you spend. And not every man will tell you, but any man can tell you that money does not equal how I feel about you. A lot of men don't have the money, they don't want to spend it, right? But the important part is the guys that do have it, that women are looking for, love to spend it because they don't have to care about you. And I want, as a woman, for you to understand when you're looking for a man to get to have a certain financial value to you, I guess, if it's a trade, if he gives you that, you ain't get nothing else. If you're looking for a man that's giving you money, you won't get fulfillment. If you're looking for a man that's giving you fulfillment, you might get both. You probably will get both because a man that's looking to give you a man that you find that you can both be fulfilled with, he's going to be stable mentally, financially, and emotionally, right? If you looking somebody just giving you like if a guy got money and he's spending it off the rip, he is buying you. If a man is taking out the time to spend an exorbitant amount of money on you, it's so he doesn't have to value you or invest himself internally in you. If he is not spending his money, if in giving you his time, he is investing something substantial in you. He is trying to give you exactly what you need. I don't know what you're looking for, but that is what you need. Somebody who's putting the money to the side so that he has to do more with his hands, with his mouth, with his mind, with his time. He's doing that for you, and he's investing it, and he's tuned in, and he's listening. He took you somewhere that he want to talk, that you got to talk and interact with each other. It's quiet, so you have to be each other's entertainment. He wants to see what your energy is. He wants to see what it's like to be with you. If you're not getting that, you're not getting nothing that you need, and you're not where you want to be. That's period. So I'm gonna let you get back to the video because, again, this is just the editing portion of the video, and I forgot to put the intro in. So I'm gonna let you get to it. And till the next one, have a good one.
Park.
No.
Walk in the park or a coffee date. Don't waste money on women because guess what?
No.
You're gonna waste money because this is the thing. You go on a dinner date, you're gonna spend what, £100, £120. You might not get that money.
Minimum
back.
500.
Also,
But go on.
If you are expecting to pay that much,
First of all, 500 minimum is crazy. 500 pounds is like $700. How much does it cost to feed 2 people? Like, I wouldn't even try to force myself to eat that much to spend that much money on it. And then at that point, it's like, who's to say you even want to spend the time that it would take to spend that much money with this person? Like, having a minimum is crazy.
that's sickening. No, 500 is crazy, but no, I think it should be coffee date.
Do you know what I think?
But
I think it should be park. Meet me at the park.
And then it's like, I don't even really see the point in putting a budget on a date, like gauging it by how much is spent, because there's not the amount of money spent doesn't equal the effort that a person is putting in. It's like, the more money you spend, generally, the less you gotta do. The less you spend, the more you're gonna have to actually physically do. So like the more money a guy spend, that's like he bound not to try that hard, for real. He paying you to not have to spend so much effort. So like because if you gauging what his actions mean by saying the more he spends, the more he cares, the more he's investing, the more effort he's putting in, then the money literally takes the place of all that, because he could just spend the money without it. Like, if you say that it only matter how much you spend, then I could just go spend $800 on something that's not worth $800, just to say that I put in $800 worth of effort. And if you only care about the price tag, then I get away with it. Like, I just bought how you feel about me at that point, instead of earning it with my actions. It's for you. Like, you spend more, you ain't gotta do much.
So you can kill me.
I promise you, if a guy says meet me at the park, click.
That's good though. That's good. Because that tells
Might not be safe.
Alright, park is a bit. Alright, cool, I get that. But coffee, little, what's it? £10 maximum. £10 you're gonna pay.
Hold on.
£10.
Yeah.
If a guy took
For one, again, I'm not really taking sides, man, but like, if you gon' putting a maximum on a date, putting a maximum on your engagement with somebody's time, is just as ridiculous as putting a minimum on it. Like all the effort you put into trying to figure out how much it's gonna cost and making sure you spend the right amount of money or you don't spend too much money. That's how much effort you're not spending into just thinking about how to get to know this person for real. Like it don't have to be a financial query. It doesn't have to be and from the pursuer's perspective, why even bother worrying about how the other person is going to take what you do, how you feel? Because if that's really how you feel, the only thing that's going to make you happy is somebody accepting that. And if you go about not expressing how you really feel and what you really want, then you're going to have to keep not a part of yourself apart from that person, because they didn't accept it when they accepted you, right? They didn't even know that it's there. You got to reintroduce them. You got to reintroduce yourself to that person with those parts of you that you left out. And then you end up stuck with somebody that only know how to love you for who you have to be instead of who you are. And nobody looking for that.
Coffee, you giving him the pussy?
I would say this, right? As a woman who's been dating a really long time, right? If I meet somebody on the internet, as far as it's like a Tinder date or something like that, and they say, hey, why don't we meet at a bar, maybe get a drink or something like that, then I'll be like, okay, we don't have to go. This is our first initial meeting. In my head, I'm gonna be...
First of all, like, from the onset, when somebody asks you for your time, you can gauge their intentions by what they want to do with it. Like, if I'm going to take you out to get you drunk to a location where I can barely hear you and we have to yell to communicate with each other, or you have to be quiet and you're not supposed to talk at all, then it's not my intention to get to know you. If I'm inviting you to a place that we don't really have to interact with each other, I'm not getting to know you with your time, but I'm investing in something. And somewhere along the lines, in the way that I'm interacting with you when we doing whatever we doing, I'm revealing that too, if you're paying attention. That with anybody.
Be like, you're cheap. I'll still come to meet you just to see.
That doesn't
like,
mean he's cheap.
I'ma just say.
That doesn't mean he's cheap, though.
Let me just say, because...
And it doesn't really behoove anybody to measure or gauge the value. If you say your time is priceless and you can't put a budget on it, then like, as a man, I have to invest my time and my money.
Guess what? When you have a woman, everything is about investment. If you like this woman, you have to invest in her. So if the first date you're not willing to invest in me, sure, I'll meet you. I'll see what you're about, because maybe I don't want to invest my time into you. So if we go somewhere and it's coffee, it's cool. Now it's time for the second date. I'm gonna expect you to pull out the works for the second date, because we've met. I've decided to invest my time. You invested your money.
You're a stranger.
Everyone's happy.
Do you understand? You're still a stranger at that point.
Yeah.
But isn't dating an investment? Yes or no?
No, you're getting to know somebody. That's what it is. It's not about investment. You put an investment in somebody that you can see a future with. At that point, they are just a stranger. That's it.
But even if they're just as...
You're getting to know if they are worth an investment. You can't just invest straight away.
But this is why I said like a first
That's
initial...
not what you're saying.
No, what I'm saying is that a first initial...
You know what? I think it'll do. I think it'll help a lot of people to really get it through in their head that, like, yes, you supposed to invest in the person that you're gonna spend the rest of your life with. That's gonna be your partner and all that. But you're not supposed to do that with everybody that you meet. You don't hold that obligation for everybody that you meet. Like, if you want to follow proper etiquette, yes, whoever is the person that is asking or requesting that the other person give them their time, that's who pay. Like, just from just human to human standards, that's who pay. But so for a man, if you being pursued by a woman and she asking you for your time and you're not even interested, but you're willing to accommodate her, it is insane for you to pay. Like, that doesn't even make sense. I don't even know why anybody would have the audacity to come up and ask you for your time and then ask you to pay them for it. That's crazy. And then after that, it's the same thing. And I'm gonna explain why. Like, I just said it. It is insane for me to want your time and then tell you gotta pay me for it. It is insane for me to come to you and say, I want to take you out and I want you to pay me to do it. I want to take you out. I want to go out with you and I want you to pay for everything that we do. It's insane for me to walk up and tell you that. So, like, during the time that you dating somebody, whoever is requesting a time, whoever says, hey, I want to be with you, I want to be around you, I want to do something with you, that's the person who holds the obligation to fund it. Because while you're dating, the whole goal and purpose of that is to get to know each other. Once you've gotten to know this person to the extent that you said to yourself, I want to be with you, you go have that conversation with them. You tell them that you proposition whatever type of relationship you want to have with them. And at that point, they make a decision about what they want to do with it on their end. If they want to participate in whatever you want to participate in, then you're not dating anymore. If they don't want to do what you want to do, then you're not dating anymore. Even if you keep doing what you're doing, well, that's what it is now. You're not dating anymore. Dating is just getting to know each other. Dating is like, I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with you. As soon as you figure that out, you're not dating anymore. If you know internally that's where you at and you haven't had that conversation with somebody, that's why everybody confused about this. Because you're dating and you're not supposed to be. You're dating outside of the boundaries of what dating is. Like, it's just a period of time where you're trying to gain an understanding of who you dealing with so you can figure out what you want to do with them. That's what dating is. It's not all that extra spending thousands of dollars. Don't take that to get to know somebody. If you do that with everybody that you're trying to get to know, that's gonna be a lot of money, like, that you wasted. And then you're not gonna want to keep wasting it. Even if you got it to waste, you're not gonna want to. You're not gonna feel good about spending money on people who were using you. You're gonna feel a way after a while when you just let people, it's not about the money. It's not going to be about the money. It's going to be about the fact that you are being wasted. Your time is being wasted. Your finances, your hard work is being wasted. You did work for that. You did put in for that. Whatever you spending, like, you took time. It took somebody in your life to create that, and you just wasted it because of what? You're gonna feel away when you do that, if you do that. So don't.
First initial meeting off of a internet date, meaning if we meet on a dating site and you say let's get a coffee or whatever, something like that, fine, we could do something low key. If you've already met me in person and let's say you bagged my number in a bar, no, then you need to take me on a real date, because at the end of the day, we've already spent time. Go out to eat, go bowling, go. It doesn't even have to be that extravagant the first time. But you're going to have to invest something, because if you've already met me in a bar, you've already been around my energy, you want to be around my energy again.
That energy is not real energy. Let's go. Energy. Let's go.
Why is it not real energy?
That's not real, because when you first meet somebody, yeah, that's not the 100% genuine real person they are. They're going to put their best foot forward. They're going to try and make themselves look a certain type of way. It's not until you're around someone for a long time that's when you really get to find. Think about it in your relationships. Have you ever been in a relationship with a guy, at first he was one way, and then you got to know him and you found out, actually he was trash?
Of course.
Exactly. So when you first met him, that wasn't the real him.
What I'm saying is that, but it depends if you're...
See, that's the whole reason why you date, to get to know people. But why are you dating them? It's not going to be in your best interest to give them a reason to give them an alternative motive. If they didn't already have one, it's not going to benefit you to give this person an ulterior motive, per se. For instance, they might not be interested in you, but if you go all out as soon as you meet this person, they might be very interested in everything that you're willing to do for them, or do to them, or do with them, that they maybe couldn't facilitate on their own. Maybe you don't want to make yourself seem valuable. You don't want to make yourself seem like you're a substitute or a replacement for something that they want but couldn't achieve on their own. So spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars on somebody, with somebody, is that what you want? That's really just a form of control and manipulation on both ends. Is that what you looking for? If you're looking for somebody who wants to see you and get to know you, then don't try to buy them, because that's not what you're paying for. If you want somebody that's gonna allow you to ignore everything about yourself that you're not ready to acknowledge yet, then go ahead and go buy somebody, because that's what that's all about anyway. Nobody, if I could get by off of what you spend on me emotionally, then it doesn't really matter who you are or what you do. Because if you can pay me to change how I feel, or pay me to change how I respond or interact to your behavior, or just how you are, then I'm not going to help you grow as a person, because instead of me interacting with whatever part of you needs to grow and telling you that this part of you needs to grow, I'm going to leave it alone every time you pay me to. You can buy your peace from me. You can buy your stagnation from me. Is that what you want? Is that really what you're looking for? Ask yourself that when you date somebody.
You're a real person or not. Like, if I meet
It's
you
not about real person. Everyone does it.
if you meet me in a bar, you're getting the most terrible part of me. I've been drinking. I'm probably loud. I'm probably rude. I am telling you exactly what's
You're
going
only
on.
like that when you've been drinking.
By that same token, it really doesn't make a whole lot of sense to invite somebody to the bar for a date to genuinely get to know that person.
You trying to say I'm rude?
I was just asking. What do you think? Because you said 500 like minimum for a date, innit?
It's a tab, isn't it? Like my time is money.
Period.
But I was gonna say coffee dates. If someone's trying to, it just does. My whole
And you know what? The whole time is my time is money thing. That's devaluing yourself. If you really want to be honest about it, the correct statement would be, my time is priceless. So you could not pay me for it. So I will see what you will invest towards it. What are you investing towards my time? Because you can't buy it. Like, that's a better way to verse that, because once you put a price on it, it's just worth that.
thing is, men are on constantly chasing enough. You must be mad if you think you're gonna link me in a coffee shop. Me leave my crib to go Starbucks. No. I mean, my friends would, or me to go Costa. It doesn't make no sense. Like,
Yeah, but
why
you're
would I
getting
leave
you're
my
meeting
pretty
somebody
nails,
though.
my pretty nails, my big fat tits?
Show them the nails then.
It's not even my basic sense, but like, nothing to do with my tits. I always bring up my tits.
You just said it. You might as well say it.
And again, like, whatever a woman does for herself has nothing to do with whoever she's dating. Like, until you take responsibility for somebody, they're not your responsibility. And again, like, dating is a thing. Dating is not the same as being together. Like, you really should, like, people are supposed to take time to get to know each other before you decide to be in any kind of relationship with them. So the same holds true with this. Before you are with somebody, you have to learn that person. And that period of time is what dating is supposed to be. But a lot of times it just all gets mixed up into the same thing. And that becomes confusing. Like, there's supposed to be a line where you sit down and have a conversation with the person when you're ready to transition the relationship to the next step. You're not supposed to just automatically assume that they know, because more often than not, people who end up dating each other and being in a relationship with each other haven't sat down and had a conversation with each other about what dating is to them and what being in a relationship means to them. Like, outside of the financial part, just having to be with somebody, around somebody all the time, that conversation doesn't really get had a lot. Like, people still be in the getting to know you phase while they together. And that doesn't always go well. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't.
Again,
No,
guys.
but it's like, look, my company is expensive. Window shopping. What does window shopping do for anyone?
Is your company's expensive because you have nails and boobs? Is that what you're saying?
What window shopping does for you is, until you pay attention to what you're planning on investing in, until you look at it, until you observe it, you don't know whether it's worth it. That's the point of window shopping.
lot to get ready to come see you.
What,
It's
for a
a lot
coffee
to get
date?
ready.
Why would you?
Coffee
Why?
for?
What?
What are we drinking?
And again, for her to say it's a lot to get ready, obviously she's speaking for herself. But it seems like she feels as though she's speaking for women in general. And to that statement, it's like, it doesn't require that much unless he asks you to do all of the things that you are going to do before you leave. It's not a requirement. It's just what you did. It doesn't take that much. You just did that much. If you have a certain standard that you adhere to walk out of the door, period, on any day, in every day, you were already going to do that anyway. Yeah.
Drinking coffee for? Like, what?
Because you two are strangers. It's actually better for you that you're drinking coffee because think about it, the guy's a stranger. You don't know him from nowhere. So what? You want to go and get drunk with him? You don't even know what he's on. What do you mean, like?
Makes no sense. It doesn't
I wouldn't do a
Yeah.
coffee shop, but if you say a bar, I would do a bar because that's low maintenance. That's a couple of drinks, $20, $30. So I
No,
would
but
do
Even that's too
I've
much.
heard of
No.
some guy.
But like, getting to know somebody intoxicated is different. That's not, you're gonna see a completely different version of that person that may or may not be better or worse. Like at that point, you still got to see the other person, the other side of them, to even know what the drunk side, what all the things you got from the drunk side even meant.
That's too
I've
much.
heard
That's
some
way
guys
too
asking
much.
for girls to split the bill.
Yes.
Like asking for girls to do a madness. I don't
Hold on,
understand that.
are you an independent woman?
Hell no.
So what are you then?
I'm a passport queen.
Period.
What the hell does that mean?
Let me say this, right?
What is
you
going
can't,
on here?
no. You
Passport queen?
you can't blame her. You know why you can't blame her? Because
can't blame her.
you're not
I blame you as well.
you can't blame me either. Everybody's standards is different. How she carries herself and what she says that she likes, that's what it is. And if you're a man trying to get with her, be on her level or be gone. Period. If you wanna mess with her, this is what her standards are. Men have to stop making us feel bad, like, oh, you're a gold digger, you're this, because no, that's what I require. If this is what I require, period. Nobody.
Stand. She's making a valid point, regardless of how it feels when you hear it. It's true. If somebody has set a standard, we're not talking about whether it's good or bad, whether it's right or wrong, whether their standard is right or wrong. But if they have set one, it's their right to do that. It's her right to say, I cost this much. I require these things from you or for me. It's her right to say that. Just like it's your right and your prerogative to say, I don't want to pay it. You don't become a bad person when you say, I don't like the price. You can say, I don't see I don't see the amount that you feel like. I don't feel the same way that you do about this. I don't see the same numbers making sense to me that you feel like makes sense to you. I don't want to do this. You get to walk away a good person after you say that. Like you can just instead of getting angry at that person for not, like, you don't want them anyway. If you feel like what they're saying you have to pay is not worth paying, you don't want them anyway. They're gonna suck to you. You're not gonna be happy with them. Like, they're gonna constantly be in disagreement with you about a lot of things all the time, because that's a whole mindset difference. It's not really about the price. Nothing about how you guys think are going to be the same. Yeah, that's not. She's doing you a favor if you feel like that's not it for you. She's doing you a favor by letting you know from the jump that this is what this is, so you can see right then and there if that's where you want to be. It's not a good or bad thing. It's not a judge this person type of deal. It's like, what do you want? She told you what she want. What do you want? Because you cannot do that. It's plenty of women who not that. It's plenty of women who don't have those requirements. It's plenty of women who don't value what you spend at all. And there's plenty of women who are willing to get to know you as a person, and they don't use your money to do that because you can't anyway. They don't get to know you through your money because you can't do that, really. There's plenty of women who are going to value your effort, and no dollar that you spend is going to mean nothing to them. There's plenty of women who will require you to grow as a person because you got to get to know yourself first before they'll even take you serious, because you have to tell them who you really are from the jump. They're asking you questions about yourself that you never asked you before. You got to go find out. You got to go find out who you are. Then come present yourself to this person before you can even get assessed properly first. Like, there's all different kinds of people and all different kinds of preferences. You're not just subject to like this mentality right here. If that's not for you, some people would prefer to just spend the money. It's easier. Honestly, it's easier because you're not going to spend it if you don't have it. And if you do spend it, you know you can't maintain it. If you can't maintain it, you might be the person who, I'm gonna pay this price so that I get to mess with this person for the time that I get to mess with them before I can't afford it no more. I'm just gonna splurge on it. Okay, you have those people, but generally, if you don't agree, you want to buy it. And that's okay. It just becomes an issue when you get mad at the other person for holding their own value. Just like you can't get mad at somebody for valuing themselves higher than you do, you can't get mad at someone else for valuing you for themselves at a lower level than you do, because you're not as valuable to them as you are to you. Yeah, and that's not unreasonable.
Nobody can make me feel bad about what I require. I know the time I put into myself, and if this is what I want, this is what I want.
You want these things, right? But what are you bringing to him?
I bring a lot. Let me tell you something. Every man that has ever...
Let's see if she gives a actual answer to that question in the form of an example.
dated me is still trying to date me and still saying I'm the best. I don't care how much stuff I talk online. That's my online personality. Being in a relationship with me is different.
So why
you're
are you
going to
then?
better yourself.
Do you wash your man's drawers?
I wash his drawers.
Or after drinking coffee with him. Like, this is crazy. Because the standards are in hell.
But
If
this is the thing, like, we have to think about the society that we're in now. Like, what's wrong with getting to know somebody on really simple terms? Because you might not like him, he might not like you. Why does it have to be that it's going to be some next thing? Like, have an initial date that is low maintenance. You meet, you chat. Do you like him? Does he like you? If it's great, you can go on and get dinner. You could
Girl,
go on and meet another
we
time.
have one life, yeah? Deep it. You think you got one life, yeah? And everyone's trying to find their other half, soulmate, whatever it is. Even like my man, he's bringing flowers. That guy that you're talking about, he's bringing flowers.
Yeah, he was trying to look
old
for his
girl.
person. That's what he said.
No, well, he's
He's trying to look for love, man. He wants to be a husband and a father. That's what he said in the video.
That's so sad.
What is that dinner date got to do with him being a father and a husband and a good man to his woman? What's that got to do with it?
To a
Because
woman that he doesn't know.
a lot of girls get finessed by guys that have money because, oh yeah, he has to invest, like you said. So the man will be like, alright, cool, I invest. Yeah, 300 for that date, boom, smash, never talk to you again. Or he might just smash you a couple times and then back to the streets.
Well, I'm not being
Then well,
funny.
what?
For women,
And to speak to what he's saying, like, nobody has to value themselves with money. Nobody has to put a price tag on any part of who or what they are, or any parts of themselves physically. You don't have to say how much it costs. You don't have to sell it. You don't have to allow someone to buy it. Any part of you. You put it plainly in my head that if I spend this much, it doesn't matter what I do. I spend this much, I get this much of your time. I spend this much, I get this much of your patience. I spend that much, I get what I want from you. If I can just buy it, whatever it is, and not do anything else, that's cheap for me. Because money doesn't mean anything. And it's a lot more effort to earn something without it. And my time is much more precious and valuable than my money. And if you require my money from me instead of my time to invest into you, to get what I want, it requires less of my time and less of my effort. And it's cheaper for me to spend money and buy it, what I want from you. Whatever that may be, it's cheaper that way. No matter how much it costs, money is always cheaper than time.
in that situation, at least you've got something to show for it. She come out with a show.
I was about to say that.
She come out with some content for the.
No, that's in the best case scenario. But usually, what it is, yeah, he might pay for an experience, and then he gets to experience your box, and then that's it, bro.
Pump and dump.
Then it's done. Like, it's
but-
over.
Oh yeah, if you go for coffee with this man,
No, not just
what do you experience?
No, I'm talking about because if you actually genuinely want to get to know this guy, it doesn't matter where you're at. You can get to know him anywhere.
No, not after you show me how you live. Like, show me who you are, and I get to make that decision.
Like,
At the end of the
if
day,
he takes you to an expensive restaurant, then you know how he is.
no, this is.
And it's crazy for her to say, I need to see how you live for you to show me who you are. As if me meeting you doesn't do that. As if who I am isn't who I am, it's what I have. And you need to see that in order to judge I guess, what I am to you, what I can be for you, what I can do for you. Because if you were to see me and then need to see what I have in order to know me, then I'm not even here. It's just you and my possessions at that point.
Set that way. I'm not doing like everyone.
set that way.
Everyone wants to build with a man or build with these men and build.
It's crazy because it's literally like I'm just the middleman between you and my stuff at that point. Like, that's literally what that is.
With these niggas, I'm not doing that. I'm sorry. I want a made man.
Period.
Like there is no and the made.
So you're
man,
waiting at the finish line, basically. Yeah?
Listen, when he's been through all the girls, run through all of them, and then he meets his maker. He meets the match. Do you get what I mean?
His
Like
maker?
Yeah, I
Who's
made
the
you.
maker?
I
love it.
You've gone through all of that kind of like guys, yeah, and a lot of guys
You're the
have baggage.
maker.
I've been telling you. A lot of guys come with their baggage. Like you had your heart broken in when you was 8 years old and you can't get it together.
You've had your heart broken too.
No, I have not.
You've never had your heart
Do
broken.
I look like somebody whose heart's gonna break? Like what the
Yes,
what is no?
yes, you do.
No.
What's your sign? Because I love it.
Aries.
You're an Aries.
Yes.
Love it.
I bet you love this, don't you? Yeah.
I do. You know why?
Podcast friends.
No. You know why I love it? Because she's standing in who she is. She's standing in her truth. At the end of the day, a lot of
That don't
times.
mean it's right,
No.
though.
A lot of times, women when they want to get a man, they say, "Oh, this is what I think men want to hear. I'm like this. I'm like this." No, that's not what I think when I go home. At the end of the day, this is what my standards are. This is what I want. If you want to be on the peach team, get down or lay down.
So do you agree with everything she's saying?
That's her standards.
No, I'm asking
I
you,
agree
what
with
do you agree
I agree with her because that's her standards. That's what she requires.
But what part translates to you and how you look at dating?
I already said what my requirements are.
Yeah, go on.
I already
£100 date.
I didn't say 500-pound date, but my first date is good. It doesn't really matter about the
How
price.
much should the guy be spending?
A first date, like honestly, when I go on dates in New York, a first date probably runs about like $250, $300, right? But that's because you're eating, you're drinking.
I'm glad I don't live there.
The thing is this, right? The thing is this. When I take myself out, this is what I pay.
Exactly.
So if a man is going to take me
Why?
out,
Why are you drinking? A crate of
Don Julio.
life is
Champagne.
life is about experiences. So if you go to hang out with somebody and it's
That's crazy. So basically, you spend the same thing on yourself that you do. That you spend what 2 people cost on you every day? It's crazy.
It's one of those things like if I go on a date with you, maybe you pay the first 3 times, I'll get the fourth, the third or fourth time or whatever like that. It's an even exchange. You want
She ain't getting no third or fourth. She ain't getting no third or
She
fourth.
never said that.
We're on 100, but separately, what's your idea? Where would you take a girl that, or are you gonna take a girl for coffee that you want to smash?
What? No, oh, okay. It depends. What is my motive? If it's a girl that I'm actually trying to get to know, then boom, it might be just maybe a bar, pub, little drink, like boom. Even go just a more walk around, do something. Go somewhere where there's things to see and look at, like, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna go and spend 300, 350 on some stranger.
Have
That's
you
a joke.
ever?
Because no, and I don't have to. Luckily for me.
I was gonna
You
make a
know what
smart
I'm
comment,
saying?
but I'm leaving
Like,
to myself.
some guys, and this is the thing, some guys who are like simps, they think they have to spend all this peas. It's not like that.
Y'all gotta stop calling.
One thing I will say, I'm not really taking sides with the situation or the conversation. It's just that, well, no, like everybody is entitled to their opinion, and I don't think anybody is right or wrong for the opinion that they have. The only issue is everybody's sitting up there discussing whose opinion is right or wrong. And that's not, you can't have a conversation like that because everybody entitled to walk their own path. All you can really say is whether what that person is doing is good for you or not whether it's good or bad. Like if it's not affecting you in the dating field, it's not affecting you what standards another person have for their time. It's really not. You don't have a right to get mad at how they feel about what they require, no matter how ridiculous it may seem to you. You don't have a right to get mad at it. That's their standard. Like I said, any price you put on your time is devaluing it. Anyway, so whatever they want to, if somebody wants to, whatever somebody wants to value their time at, that's their prerogative, and the ultimate conversation is just, well, is that right for you? Is this right for me? Not is it right in general.
Like every man who wants to be nice to a woman is simp. Every man that happens to be a gentleman and likes to be a nice guy is not a simp. They just are born with good qualities. Their mother raised them right, and they know.
And just as a sidebar, being a nice guy isn't being a person that does whatever someone tells you to do. It isn't never telling people no.
Oh, how to treat a woman.
Yeah,
Stop calling them simps.
Traditional, innit? They're traditional, innit? Those guys are traditional.
Let me tell you, it's not about being traditional. Men need to be needed. I always say this. A man taught me this. I was always Miss Independent. I don't need no man. So when I would be dealing with these men, I'll be like, nah, I got it. Like, what's up? I got it. And then this older guy, because sometimes you gotta stun on. Easy. No, sometimes you gotta stun on a man. Like, bro, you here because I'm allowing you to be here. You not here because like I need you. I'm allowing you to be in my space. So sometimes I like to stun on men. I got with an older guy who was like, stop that. Like, you're not making me feel like a man. You sitting here showing me you got this, you got that. That doesn't make me feel like a man. Like, men need to feel needed.
Do you think that guy in that TikTok felt like a man when that woman did show up to the restaurant?
Yeah, because men go for rejection. It's a part natural.
So you think
it's
that
a
made him feel
part.
like a man that she just left him there at the restaurant eating the food on his own, thinking, bro, where's Susie at? I mean, Susie's getting drilled.
We don't know where did she
bad boy.
Did she come back?
Take her to no restaurant, bro. I can tell you because I've done that in the past. I've done it in my life.
What?
Yeah.
Drill somebody?
Yeah, drilling someone and they're meant to be on a date, or they've just gone on a date with somebody and they come back and then they come link man. Girls do this all the time.
Ladies, stay away from South London.
Listen, one of my good friends that she goes to my gym, yeah, she even told me she did that, like a couple weeks ago. She went on a date, yeah, she met this guy on,